Your dog starts pacing by the front door every day at 5:50 p.m. You haven't left work yet. It has no phone, no clock, no one to tell it you're almost home. And yet it knows. You've probably written this off as habit or coincidence. But what if I told you that scientists have spent decades studying exactly this question, and the conclusion made them uncomfortable? Because the real question isn't whether your dog knows what time it is. The question is, what kind of time does an animal actually live in? Is it the same flowing river of time you experience, or something else entirely? Because those two answers point to two completely different worlds. Let's start with the basics. Every living thing, not just animals, but plants, fungi, even single-celled bacteria, runs on an internal system called the circadian rhythm. It doesn't need sunlight to function. It doesn't need temperature cues. It doesn't even need the Earth itself. Scientists once sealed fruit flies inside a completely dark chamber. No light, no cues, nothing. 2 weeks later, the flies were still running on a near-perfect 24-hour loop. This clock isn't located in the brain. It lives in every individual cell. The cells in your liver know roughly what time it is. So do the cells in your skin. Your immune system consults this clock to decide when to be most active. Your body doesn't run on one clock. It runs on billions of synchronized clocks, all ticking together. Animals work the same way, and some of them are more accurate than you. Honeybees can learn to fly to specific locations at specific times of day to find food. Not, I went there today. More like, this flower opens at 10 a.m. every morning. Researchers placed sugar water at different locations during different time windows. The bees quickly learned the schedule. Position A at 8 a.m., position B at 11 a.m., position C at 2 p.m., accurate to within about 15 minutes. Then the researchers removed all the sugar water. For the next several days, the bees kept showing up. Same locations, same times, no reward, no signal, just a schedule written somewhere inside them. This isn't instinct. Instinct is a fixed program. The bees learned this themselves, and then they remembered it. Which brings us back to the dog at the door. For a long time, the scientific explanation was straightforward. Classical conditioning. You come home at 5:50 every day. The dog learned the pattern. Like Pavlov's dog salivating at a bell, yours is just waiting for a reliable trigger. But there's a problem with that explanation. If you come home 2 hours early or 3 hours late, the anticipatory behavior still appears at the original time. The dog isn't waiting for your signal. It's waiting for a specific moment. Alexandra Horowitz, one of the leading researchers in canine cognition, proposed a different theory. Dogs may not track time visually at all. They may track it through smell. When you leave in the morning, your scent begins to fade. After 8 hours, the concentration is measurably different from what it was after 2. Dogs may be reading time the way you read a clock. As your scent grows fainter, they know you're getting closer to coming back. This isn't just a good nose. It's using scent as a unit of time, building an entire perception system around an axis that doesn't exist in your sensory world. Your home, to your dog, is a smell that changes, and the change tells them everything. If that seems complicated, migratory birds will make you reconsider what the word time even means. Every autumn, billions of birds begin to migrate. They don't leave after the cold arrives. They leave before it does, sometimes while food is still plentiful, sometimes while the weather is still warm. Part of the answer is day length. The slight shortening of daylight triggers hormonal changes that switch on migration mode. Coarse-grained, seasonal, not hourly. But some behaviors go far beyond that. In 2006, scientists studied a bird called the bar-tailed godwit. Alaska to New Zealand, 11,000 kilometers, non-stop, no food, up to 9 days in the air, 9 days straight. In the month before departure, these birds nearly double their body weight. Not randomly. They're loading fuel for a precisely calculated journey. Their bodies already know how long it will take. They know how much energy it will cost. Nobody taught them this. First-time juvenile birds do it too. Now for a stranger case. Octopuses have no stable circadian rhythm. Their sleep is fragmented. A few minutes on, a few minutes off. No consistent pattern. Their activity hours are almost random. By every normal measure, they seem to exist outside of time entirely. And then a 2021 study found something hard to explain away. While unconscious, octopuses show rapid skin color changes, flickering patterns, eye movement. Researchers believe they may be dreaming. And dreaming means something specific. The brain is replaying past events. It's processing what already happened. You can't replay the past without a concept of the past. That's not nothing. That's everything. An octopus's nervous system looks nothing like yours. 2/3 of its neurons live in its arms, not its brain. Its last common ancestor with vertebrates was more than 500 million years ago. If even octopuses are dreaming, some form of time perception may be far older and far more widespread than we ever assumed. But here's the wall that scientists have been trying to climb for decades. Everything described so far is functional time perception, a body processing temporal information and producing behavior accordingly. The deeper question is whether animals have mental time. Can they imagine a specific event that hasn't happened yet? Can they recall a specific event that already has? And do they know the difference? Psychologists call this mental time travel. For a long time, the consensus was clear. This is uniquely human. Animals live in an eternal present. No genuine memory of the past. No genuine anticipation of the future. Then the scrub jay arrived and broke that consensus completely. Western scrub jays cache food, hiding hundreds of items in different locations and retrieving them later. Nicola Clayton at Cambridge University ran a series of experiments. She gave jays 2 types of food, wax worms, which they strongly preferred, and peanuts, which last much longer. After 4 hours, the worms were still fresh. The jays went for them. After 5 days, the worms had rotted. The jays had learned to go for the peanuts instead. They remembered what they hid, where they hid it, and when. Not, I hid something once. The full record, this specific food in this specific location at that specific moment. That's episodic memory. But that still wasn't the most striking finding. When a jay knew it had been watched while hiding food, it went back and moved the cache. And only jays that had previously stolen food from others did this. Birds with no experience of theft didn't bother. They were projecting forward, imagining what another bird might do in the future, changing their present behavior based on that imagined future. That's not reaction, that's planning. So do animals know what time it is? Yes, just not the kind of time you're thinking of. Some time is written in cells, precise and unconscious. Some is read in scent, approximate but functional. Some lives in seasons, vast but coarse. And some exists in memory and anticipation, complex enough that scientists are still debating whether it qualifies as real-time perception at all. But there's a harder question underneath all of this. When your dog waits at the door, is it experiencing the wait? Is that hour long for it, or does it simply not exist? We can measure the behavior. We cannot reach the feeling. Some researchers believe animals live inside what they call an extended present, a wider window of now, broader than the human sense of the immediate moment, but still now, never past or future. No flow of time, just this instant, complete, with nothing missing from it. If that's true, animals don't carry regret about yesterday. They don't rehearse anxiety about tomorrow. They exist here, completely, with nothing pulling them away. Maybe that isn't a limitation. Maybe it's something we've spent our entire lives trying to get back to. When was the last time you were fully present? Not replaying something that's over. Not rehearsing something that hasn't happened. Just here, completely, with nothing else. Your dog knows how to do that. It always has.